3 years, that's all it takes. Imagine that. 3 years of your life, which is basically 3% of your life if you live till 100 years old. And with the advancements of AI technology and in the health sector, what's going on there, like people are going to live till 120, 200. Brian Johnson is literally on a mission to not die. So let's just say conservatively, you're going to live till 100 years old. Okay, if you don't get hit by a bus, I know like anything can happen and you obviously want to enjoy the moment, and I know all of that. But let's just say if you live till 100 years old, it's 3% of your life to really set yourself up. And I'm not saying you're going to become a billionaire or even a millionaire, even though people in this space, like in the consulting, info, online business space, in 3 years, people become millionaires. It's insane. Like imagine you start at 16 and in 3 years, 19, you're a millionaire. Like it's absolutely insane. But here's the thing. In 3 years, like how hard can you actually work? 3 years of time, even if you work like 12 hours a day, like straight 3 years, like 3 years of your life is really not that much. And people are becoming millionaires in 3 years. I put this on my Instagram story, which I read from, what's his name? Scott Galloway. Let me just pull up my story real quick. It's my laptop down here. You can just check it out on Instagram, by the way, if it's still up. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, so this story is probably going to expire. Wait, let's go back. So, I don't want to read all of this. Let's just read this last paragraph for you. So, people under the age of 40 are 24% less wealthy. The deliberate transfer of wealth from the young to the old in the United States, not just the United States, basically anywhere, over the past century has led to unaffordable and indefensible costs for education and housing and skyrocketing student debt, all of which directly affect young men. It is why 25-year-olds today make less than their parents and grandparents did at the same age. Now, this might seem completely contrary to what I've just said. Like people in the early 20s are becoming millionaires. But there's this massive divide that's happening at the moment where you can probably see it online. You get these ultra rich young people who just pop out of nowhere, like what just happened. And then you get the rest of the population. It's why 25-year-olds today make less than their parents and grandparents did at the same age. But also there are a select group of people, basically like the 1%, who make 1,000 times more than the parents, 1,000 times. And then there's literally 90% of the other people who are making far less money, like 24% less wealthy than their grandparents and parents, 24% less wealthy. And then there's the other select, which I just said, are making 1,000 times more. Like what is happening? Like what is this? And I said there at the bottom, you can't play by the old rules anymore. So this is why I started this video off by saying it only takes 3 years, but it only takes 3 years in the right boat. No, that seems kind of weird. Boat is it's like a quote where it says, Warren Buffett said, come on, let me pull it up. I forgot it. Wait, let me just try and remember it. I don't want to always Google stuff, like if I've got a question or something, I try to figure it out myself first. But anyway, it's like he said, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters in which boat you're in. See, like with all these quotes, I can figure it out, but like on camera, I don't want to be like, searching it up or just trying to remember. Anyway, caught me red-handed. So he said that it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters in which boat you're in. So what does he mean by that? Basically, the word boat and like how hard you row is just a metaphor for working, like, physical work or mental work, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter how hard you work in your business. Hard work isn't the answer anymore. People are trying to work harder and like hustle and grind. Obviously, there's an aspect to that in business, and whatever job or career you're in, there's definitely an aspect to hard work, but it's like 25% of the equation. Where did I hear this? It's like 25% hard work, and then like other 25% is like, I forgot it. It was so good. I need to remember that. But essentially, the other 75% is like thinking and your network and like something else. But 25% is hard work. So obviously, like I just said, it is important, but it's not everything. It's actually a quarter of your success is 25% of hard work. So all this to say, you need to be in the right boat. What he means by that is you need to be in the right business model. So what I mean by that is you need to start a business and not work a career. And this is if you want to make a lot of money quickly. Obviously, with high reward, which is a lot of money quickly, there's going to be high risk. So if you aren't willing to take risk, if you aren't willing to lose money to make money, you won't make it in this game. And that's why this is not a game of intellect and IQ, but rather of courage and resilience. That is the game you're playing. That is the rules. It's not IQ. So like for me, for example, I didn't do the best in school because I wasn't interested in the work the teachers were forcing on me. So for example, biology and like science, accounting, math was okay until like grade 10, and then it was just like downhill from there. Afrikaans, my native language, always did well. Like I speak Afrikaans. Like why do I have to write tests on how to speak anyway? And then there's people doing like majors in English. I'm like, what? Anyway. So with all this to say, like all these subjects I didn't enjoy, so I wasn't obsessed with it. Like the teachers were forcing it on me. Like Einstein said, you can't force people to learn. You need to give them the environment for them to feel inspired to learn. Like I absolutely love learning. Like I'm obsessed with learning. Like I constantly learn, even while I'm at the gym, while I'm doing cardio, while I'm walking, I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm like obsessed with learning. But it's because it's innate. It's like I want to do it. No one is forcing me to do it. Like the last hour and a half of my night, like no one is forcing me to do anything, but I choose to read because I like to. Or I listen to an audiobook, or I listen to a podcast literally every single night. I'm obsessed with it. And the exact same thing happened when I was 16. I found this thing which is called the gym, and I was just completely obsessed with it. Like just like I would watch YouTube videos on what to eat, when to eat it, what's the best protein source, like how many hours apart do I need to eat, like so much detail, like when to drink water, how much water to, like how much to sleep, when to sleep, how to get the most deep sleep, like all these things, like so much knowledge, because I'm really obsessed with this field and no one is forcing me. Like no one forced me to go to the gym. I wanted to go to the gym. Okay, that's just like a separate side tangent, what I think is still important. But the main thing to keep in mind, if you want like this exponential curve where you see these people making money quickly, that's why I mentioned like the obsessed story, because you need to be obsessed with this. You need to have like courage and really believe you're going to make this happen, and like being extremely optimistic and resilient, and like it's not a game of IQ. Okay, it's not about how smart you are. So like the whole reason I mentioned the school is because I didn't do too well in school, because I didn't find it interesting whatsoever. Like why would I, if I really found it interesting, I would have gone to straight A's without a doubt, because I would have just been obsessed with it. Anything I'm obsessed about, like I tend to do well in. It's just normal. School just wasn't there for me, and you probably relate to this as well. Like you probably going through school, you went through school, like you were like, what was that? What was that? And then the entire goal behind school is really to set you up for adult life, and it doesn't even do that. So I'm like, over the last half a century, the school system hasn't changed, but over the last half a century, which is basically 50 years, the entire world has changed. So it's like a broken system trying to help, trying to do their best, but when they put you out in the real world, they're like, oh, by the way, figure it out. Like, you need to stay adaptable, which is really the main thing. It's not the strongest or the smartest who survive, but the most adaptable to which the environment they find themselves in. And the environment, you'll see the online world. The environment at the moment is AI, it's personal brand, it's these videos I'm filming, it's posting content online. Like that is the new game we're playing. If you want to obviously make good money, and if you want to do like a stable job, less risky, but it's still risky because like AI can take your job. So like the risk playing field is basically the same. This is why, like, hear me out. This is very important. I would say like starting a business and doing a career is almost the same amount of risk. I would still say entrepreneurship is more risky for sure. But it's evening out, like let's say 30 years ago, a career was very, very stable, like zero risk, and business was extremely risky. Okay. But now it's like evening out, where a career and business is almost the same amount of risk, but the upside for business is here, and the upside for a career is like here. You know what I mean? It's it's skewing in the favor of entrepreneurship. It might be like, let's say entrepreneurship is 10% more, 20% more risky, okay, than a job, but you can get 1,000% the payout. But a job is 20% less risky than a business, but there's like 5% payout. So it's completely skewed, right? I would take a bit more risk, but get the chance of having a massive upside. So that's why I always preach and say entrepreneurship is easier than or it's the more logical choice. For me personally, as some people who relate to this video as well, I don't want to start a storm of people dropping out and then just laying on their couch and doing nothing. I don't advocate that. What I advocate is if you truly want to win in this game, which I just told you the rules, which is basically starting a personal brand, and it's selling a service-based business to Americans, earning in dollars, spending that in South African rand. I feel like that's the best opportunity right now. And that's obviously why I did it myself and why I'm telling other people to do it as well. I would be like a hypocrite if I said, do this and I'm not doing it myself. So, that's basically my spiel. All this to say, to wrap it up, it only takes 3 years to really set yourself up. And also, like I said, you're not going to become a millionaire, even though people in this space is doing it in 3 years, which is insane. Literally becoming millionaires in dollars, 20 million rand revenue generated, high 60s, 70% profit margin. So 5 to 10 million rand. No, wait, 20 million rand. So it's 14, let's say 14 million rand in profit in 3 years. That's, people are doing that, right? It's an actual thing. 14 million rand starting from scratch in 3 years profit. And obviously, the first couple of years of your business is like a baby. The first year is just chaos. Second year, still chaos. It's not a perfect analogy, but year 3, year 4, year 5 is more calmer, it's more stable, just like a child growing up, a bit more chill than a newborn baby. It's the exact same thing. In the first couple of years of your business, chaos. But then over time, you build a brand, it just becomes easier and easier. Obviously, there's going to be a bit more risk involved. You can now lose money because you've made money. Now you've got something to lose, but you don't have to worry about that too much. 3 years to really set yourself up. 5 years to really establish yourself. And I need to show you this photo. Look at this. Hopefully you can see that. So basically, you just pause and look at that. If you're 20 years old right now, you can either go through 5 years of pain, right, to get 50 years of freedom, right? Or do 5 years of freedom, which is just having fun, for 50 years of pain. So just have a look at this again. So you can screenshot that, right? This is basically, the bottom one is basically entrepreneurship. You go through 5 years of pain and you'll see as well, it's really, really deep pain. You basically go to hell and back. It's really, really tough. Especially the first couple years, 1-2 years, it's really tough. You're putting in all this effort, all this work, and getting absolutely nothing out of it. And then year 3, just boom, explodes. That's basically what happened to me. Year 2, it kind of exploded, exponential growth. I grew 6 million% in a year from the last year. In a job, you get a 10% raise. I got a 6 million% raise, basically, with business. It's this exponential curve, right? And you'll see, you can do 5 years of freedom where you basically just have fun, maybe go to uni, not that serious, drinking, going out, wasting 5 years of your life for 50 years of pain. That's why I always say, take risks as young as possible, because then you don't have responsibilities and you can have a life of freedom sooner. And I truly feel like I said with that example of, risk and reward for entrepreneurship and business, and just a career, I truly feel for me personally, okay, caveat, that entrepreneurship is just a more logical step. And I know not everyone can start a business, but if you're watching this, you are more likely to do it and succeed with it. So 3 years to really set yourself up, 5 years to set yourself up for life, basically. And even these big companies even Amazon took 9 years to become profitable and just make a shit ton of money and become, Jeff Bezos is now top 10 richest person in the world, hundreds of billions of dollars. Obviously you don't need to achieve that level, but 5 years you can become a millionaire in 5 years, without a doubt, even 3 years, even 2, some people. But it's just a 3, 5, 7 years, whatever, doesn't even matter, you know, like 3, 5, 7, the exact same thing, really. Like if you extend your life out, like 3 and 7, what's the difference? 4 years, like 64, 68, like it's the exact same thing. It doesn't really matter if you really stretch it out over time. But people are just like so fixated on like this next 5 years. I need to make it, like, just zoom out a bit. And I truly feel like in the future, the world is so, what's the word? Not predictable. Like the only constant is change at the moment. Like nothing is constant. So everything is like, you know, subject to change, and like AI can just like disrupt any industry. It's like you might be, I don't know, be like a train or learning to become like a language translator or something. I don't know. And then Apple comes out with earpods where it translates in real time. Then your job's gone. Like, you know, so you need to stay extremely not fragile. Agile is the right word, agile, and adaptable. Like I said, Charles Darwin, it's not the smartest, not the guy who did the best in school necessarily, okay, or the strongest, doesn't really matter that much. Ancestral days, if you were the strongest, then you reproduced basically. You could like bring home some more food and like, you know, got all the mates, I don't know. But now it's the most adaptable to which the environment they find themselves in, and the environment at the moment is social media and AI. That's basically it. So that's my 2 cents. And you know, don't obviously take what I say with a grain of salt. Like don't just like let this plant a seed to you know, really think about what the future holds in store, because I'm pretty good at like spotting the future. And not to say this to brag, but I've been right like every single time. Of course, there's going to be times that I'm wrong, but I was more right than I'm wrong. Obviously there's some things I was wrong in, but like the bigger things I'm mostly right on, and I can just see patterns like evolve. I've got a pretty good skill at pattern recognition, and when you learn history, you can kind of, you know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, you know, like I can just see the stuff. It's hard to explain. It's like a mental model I have, and I can just see where the world is headed. And for some people, it's going to be the best time ever, the best thing that's ever happened. Like a select group of people in making all this money, and 90% of people are just struggling. And for the 90%, it's going to be the worst time ever. And I think this might even like turn into a civil war. So yeah, do with that as you wish. But obviously not wishing on the stuff, but like you can kind of see what's happening. But anyway, if you want help with starting your own online business, which I've literally done, you can DM me the word arbitrage on Instagram. I check all my DMs. I'm getting loads of DMs at the moment. You'll see in my bio, it's DM me the word arbitrage. So you know, the only reason, or the only way I'm going to know if you want help with this, or if you want to start a business and you want help from me personally, is if you DM me arbitrage on Instagram. That's the only way I'll know. I'm getting all these DMs, so just obviously replying to all of them. So, you know, just be patient, but I will get back to you. So do that. Do the algo stuff down below, like, comment, all that things. And then, yeah, see you on the next one. Cheers.